Wait a minute, is that their real voice? Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British actors with surprising accents in real life. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the celebrities who led many of us to believe that they are from a completely different part of the world through the power of accents alone. Number 10. Rosamund Pike.
I'll make sure that no one forgets the pain you caused me.
She played the ultimate femme fatale in the tale Gone Girl, with more twists and turns than Ben Affleck's career. And for those who never saw the likes of Johnny English Reborn, or just can't remember Die Another Day, you'd think it'd be safe to assume that she's from the US of A.
Nick's idea of culture was a reality TV marathon, with one hand down his boxers.
Think again, as she's as English as they come. Hailing from Hammersmith in London, she is extremely well spoken in real life, and although Amy Dunn is an American of high society, we assume that Rosamund would take tea over coffee any day.
We rent a house in the hills, which is one of those houses which feels really private.
Yeah.
But in fact is overlooked by a lot of other houses.
Number 9. Andrew Lincoln. A seemingly all-American zombie-busting hero named after one of America's most famous presidents, Mr. Lincoln isn't what fans of this undead epic might think he is.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
Think more Lincoln Cathedral than Honest Abe. And then you're getting closer, for he is another Londoner. In fact, his real name isn't even Lincoln, it's Andrew James Clutterbuck, which might have given the game away sooner.
I would have to say that one of the most memorable times was riding the horse into Atlanta.
There are some, however, who will remember him from one of the most memorable scenes in British rom-com history. He's the guy with the romantic cue cards in Love Actually.
Enough now.
Number 8. Sam Palladio. Good old Gunner Scott, a hard-working and lovable Texan with dreams of being Tennessee's next big country music star.
Well, then what's the problem?
Of course, as is the theme of this countdown, it is all lies, and the man who plays him actually hails from Pembury in Kent. Although in real life he is a musician, his true accent is far removed from his Southern American drawl, which may have shocked a few die-hard fans of the show on Discovery.
The show was really looking for actors who were musicians and could sing and had this musical background, so that we weren't kind of dialing it in. Everybody gets their own sort of unique
Sam, you're out there on the drums?
I'm out there on the drums, yeah.
However, those who have watched the likes of Little Crackers and Channel 4's Humans may not be so surprised.
So it's really great to feel the love.
Number 7. Christian Bale.
I can't believe that Bryce prefers Van Patten's card to mine.
You would have thought that the lead role in American Psycho, as well as the infamous Caped Crusader, is from the US, but think again. Bale, who more recently transformed into Dick Cheney in Vice, is well known for playing some very high-profile American roles. So cinema goers around the world would be forgiven for thinking he is anything but.
Did you get mauled by a tiger?
It was a dog.
Huh?
It was a big dog.
The truth is, the guy who is both John Connor and Bruce Wayne was born in Pembrokeshire, Wales. And when you see him in interviews, especially earlier ones, his UK accent shines through.
It tells the story of America in many ways. It's raw, it's visceral, but that is American history.
Number 6. Tristan Gemmill.
I love the bones of you. You're the love of my life.
The stony, rain-swept cobbles of Weatherfield have seen many burly Lancashire lads throughout the years. And when a man with the name Robert Preston steps in, you can expect a true Northwesterner. We mean his surname is named after a Lancashire town.
This attitude of yours, it's nasty and it's juvenile. And to be honest, it's boring.
In that case, you can only imagine the outrage when fans of the show discovered how he really talks when making various television appearances.
It's great to play, and I think you also have to do your time on the show before you can start exploring backstory.
Cue social media pandemonium when he was found out to be a well-spoken Southerner. Who can we trust?
I was happy to go because of the adventure of it. I didn't quite realise how much of a wrench it would be.
Number 5, Rose Leslie.
Do you think I'm as dumb as all those girls in silk dresses you knew growing up?
Wildling Ygritte, who lived north of the Wall with the Free Folk, is by no means posh. Then there is Gwen Harding, housemaid and farmhand's daughter, who has plenty in common with Ygritte in a sense that they are northern and from a certain side of the tracks, so to speak.
Can you just leave it? No, I can't.
Something that may surprise you though is the way Rose speaks in real life. Born in Aberdeen with the rather regal sounding name Rose Eleanor Arbuthnot Leslie, she was brought up in a castle and is even believed to be a descendant of King Charles II.
And then they're kind of like beginning to call up and they'll be like, oh, okay, so what are the new scripts coming through and what are you like up for? And prior to that, they didn't know. I mean, they did not care.
Number 4, Damian Lewis.
They want you to lose faith. Lose faith in your country, which they say is the devil.
Take your pick from the cast of the terrorist-busting drama Homeland, and you may be surprised by what they sound like in real life, but it is the main star of the earlier series who we were the most shocked by. It's easy to be taken in with his American accent, which is also heard in Band of Brothers, but don't be fooled, as Lewis is a Londoner.
Oh, Rafe's fantastic, but you got to be concentrating because he changes everything each night.
Hearing him in interviews and other roles such as Your Highness, and even a Vicar of Dibley comic relief cameo, may leave you gobsmacked.
Best man. If you wanted a best man, you should have chosen me.
Number 3, Jamie Dornan.
Okay, you can either walk or I can carry you. It's your choice. No, it's your choice.
Okay, fine, I'll walk.
Mr. Kinky himself, Christian Grey, is a randy American businessman, and arguably one of Dornan's most widely known roles. The man himself is from Hollywood, but not the one that you think, as it's less Los Angeles and more Belfast in County Down, Northern Ireland. In fact, he was once in an Irish folk band called Sons of Jim, who supported Katie Tunstall on tour.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Despite what his famous role suggests, he speaks in real life with a thick Northern Irish accent, which may certainly surprise a lot of devoted 50 Shades fans, if there are any.
No, but we just, because I am married and, she's had quite a lot of relationships in the time that we've known each other, and, so that's happening in our own lives, and you just have this sort of mutual love and respect for each other. And
Number 2, David Threlfall.
If I was a single parent... Aren't you a single parent?
He will forever be remembered for Frank Gallagher, a drunk and misfortunate Mancunian with a love for booze, cigarettes, and literature. But anybody who watched him in this 2000s Channel 4 classic were most likely shocked when they heard him speak in real life. Threlfall is from Manchester, but has since lost the strength of his accent to the point that he speaks rather eloquently, much unlike Frank.
All I can say is that I've always had an interest in directing, and it was made possible on this show.
A stage actor and director, he is certainly far posher than his counterparts, and regularly appears on television performing a variety of accents.
It's laid out easily for you if you have the real thing in front of you. If you haven't, then you have to use your imagination.
Number 1, Jodie Comer.
You want me not to kill someone? You do know what I do, right?
This is harder. A challenge.
I don't like to be challenged.
As Villanelle, a Russian assassin with multiple identities and disguises, we see a wide range of accents. But we never hear Jodie's true way of speaking in the thrilling BBC series Killing Eve. Her many admirers will be surprised to find out that she isn't Russian, American, French, or from London, but actually from Liverpool.
I've always imitated adverts and stuff with my dad, but I was the same as Anne. In the audition, it was she speaks many languages, and I was like, of course.
Her dad works for Everton Football Club, and her mum for Liverpool's public transport system, which makes her even more scouse. People were understandably shocked when hearing her promoting Killing Eve on TV, but she does Merseyside proud.
Yeah, so whenever we had an actor who sadly left us, we would put a big red cross through their face and turn them upside down and put them on a separate wall. And we slowly realised that the death wall was so much bigger than the remaining cast.
Gotcha.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.